Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm doing something special. I've teamed up with Lionsgate for the upcoming movie The Age of Adaline. I was challenged by the beautiful Makeup by Sona to recreate a 50s decade inspired look reminiscent of one of the styles portrayed in the movie. The Age of Adaline stars Blake Lively, who I love. In the movie, Blake plays Adaline, who gets into an accident which leaves her with the ability to miraculously stop aging at 29. Adaline has to keep her life a secret, and then almost a century later she finally finds true love with haughty McKeel Huseman. I'm so excited to see all the amazing fashion and beauty looks in this movie inspired from all the different decades. If you haven't seen the trailer, I've included a link to it in the description box. And without further ado, here's my take on the 50s decade look. The foundation that I'm using today is a matte finish foundation, which is reminiscent of the skin finish that was mostly done in the 1950s. I'm using a traditional foundation brush to apply the foundation, focusing mainly on the areas that I need to even out my skin tone. Next, I'm applying concealer under my eyes. I'm applying it in the shape of a V, going along the side of my nose and towards the outer corner of my eye. I like to use a concealer brush to apply and then my fingers to blend out. Because I have a little bit of concealer left on my brush, I'm using that to highlight in key areas, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and chin. Before I apply any eyeshadow, I always recommend to use an eyeshadow primer. This will ensure that the eyeshadow will last all day and you won't have to worry about any creasing or smudging. I also like to apply a little bit along the lower lash line as well. I'm starting with a nude eyeshadow as a base all over my lid. Next, I'm applying a warm brown eyeshadow in my crease. Using a small blending brush, start from the outer corner and then blend inwards. With a bigger fluffy blending brush, blend out the edges of that shadow to get a soft diffused look. I'm taking the first brush I used and whatever brown eyeshadow is left on it, I'm just going to sweep that along my lower lash line to give my eye shape a bit more definition. Next, I'm taking an off-white eyeshadow and applying that onto my lid and really packing that color on. Apply the shadow up to your crease. I'm going over that off-white eyeshadow and applying another eyeshadow that has a bit of pink to it and a little bit of shimmer. I'm using that same pink shimmery eyeshadow to highlight my brow bone. Alright guys, now it's one of my favorite parts, creating that classic cat eye eyeliner. To do this, I'm using a cream liner and my favorite angle brush. I'm tracing along the shape of the lower lash line going up towards the end of my eyebrows. Using that as a guide will help me get the perfect angle for my cat eye flick. This will help make your life so much easier to get both of your eyes looking exactly the same. Once you have your wing lined out, then you can go in and fill. I like to work from the outer corner inward. And for the last little touch before lashes, I'm adding a shimmery highlight in the corner of my eye. This will really pull the whole eye look together. I've curled my lashes and applied mascara, and now I'm applying a full pair of false lashes. These lashes are shorter on the inner corner and longer on the outer corner. This particular style is really going to help us get that sexy feline shape for the eye, which is very classic for the 1950s look. I've set my face with powder, and now I'm going in with a bright pink blush for my cheeks. Pink flushed cheeks was another staple for 1950s style makeup. When I think of the 50s, I think of iconic women like Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor, and one thing they both had in common was amazing eyebrows. I'm going to replicate that full brow look by first starting with a brow pencil to fill in and shape. I'm going to slightly exaggerate the shape of my brow, really intensifying that arch shape, which is very reminiscent of the 1950s style. Next, I'm filling in with a brow powder. This is going to take my brows to the next level. The final step for this 1950s look is a classic red lip. Whenever you're doing a dark lip color, you want to make sure that your lips are moisturized before applying any lip product. I'm using a little bit of lip balm to start. I'm starting off with a red lip liner. I'm using this to line my lips and also fill in a little bit, starting from the outer edges and working inwards. Next, I'm applying a classic red lipstick. I'm starting off by going straight from the tube, and then for a little bit more precision, I'm using a lip brush, especially around the edges of my lips. And that completes my 1950s inspired makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't miss The Age of Adaline in theaters April 24th. Check out the movie trailer in the link below. And now I'm tagging the beautiful Annie Jeffrey to recreate a 60s era inspired look next. I'll link her channel down below in the description box, so make sure you check it out, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon.